Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SVG, and we're located on the south spawn of Malinovka, and it's under the command of Cyclonite. Now, battle has about to commence. It's the countdown is underway, and they're off. Now, you've probably heard me say this before, but I'll say it again just in case there's anybody new. The 105 leFH18B2 is also known as Fifi La Pew Pew, or the Leaf Blower, or the leFH, or the leFH, as Jingles calls it. It's an Arty that's based on the Char B1 chassis. It's got a German howitzer on top, a light field howitzer, and that's how it got its name. Okay, he's set up and he's now looking at the enemy in the north. He's got a KV-1 and he's receiving a lot of damage, that KV-1. He's aiming where it was last seen, fires around in, and it's killed just before the shell arrives. So he's denied a kill. That T-67 went down quickly, and he's scrolling the mouse to actually aim at the targets. There's a quicker way of doing that. You just use your control key and right hand mouse button on the minimap to click on the minimap where you want to look, and it will look there straight away. Okay, got a round into that T-34. He's now looking to try and put a round into that Leopard. Now, I think the Leopard is in the bush. I think he's moved back into the bush to spot. So if he aims for the bushes, he'll probably hit it. But he doesn't appear to be doing that at the moment. In fact, actually, he's looking to try and fire a round into that tree, hoping the T-34 is behind it. Again, he's trying to look. Found an enemy. It's an Excelsior, Tier 5 British Heavy. Lining up a shot, round out. And it's a near miss, but it tracked the Excelsior. And the Excelsior's gone down, so he would have picked up some damage resistance, surely. At least I hope he did. Doesn't show that though. SU-100, he fires the round in, but doesn't get a kill. He's looking for a new target, and he's looking up on top of the hill. He's expecting the heavies to go up there. Oh, and we've got a Leopard. Fires around at the Leopard. It goes where the Leopard once was. He pulled back though behind cover. Now we've got a KV-2, Tier 6 Soviet Heavy. Fires around in, and it's going to be behind him just. Yep. You need to anticipate how fast the enemy is moving and where they are likely to go, so you can place the shell where they're going to be, not where they are at that time. And he got a hit there on the KV-2 and he tracked him. Now, with the reload of the Fifi, you can keep him tracked if you can keep pumping the rounds out on target. He's got a 7.8 second reload, and that round, oh, that one hit the rear of the KV-2 and has tracked him again. It looks like he used his repair kit the first time round. Next round's out, and that's another hit. 112 hit points. You can see where the shells have landed, one on the turret, one on the engine deck. And he's got another hit, and this time round the KV-2 goes down. He's taken out by our KV-2. I've got a T-34-85M. And he moves just at the right moment to get away. Lining up another shot. Round out. Should be good. Oh, T-34-85 managed to move away fast enough. Working out where he's going to go. And yes, that was good. 105 hit points. It's because the T-34-85 stopped when he got to the KV-2 wreck. And that was his mistake. Fires around in there thinking he was going to go forward again, but he didn't. Now, you don't want to run out of ammo with the Fifi. You've only got a limited amount. He's only got 24 rounds of ammo left, but there are still 9 enemies to kill. And he's changing position, and oh, he's another one of these people who goes in and out whilst they're moving, which can be very disconcerting for some. I wouldn't recommend it because it induces motion sickness for those who are not used to it. Oh, 25 ton goes down to an AC4 experimental. Okay, we're looking for more enemy. In fact, we're looking for a counter battery. There is an enemy Arty out there. It's also a 105 leFH18B2. And we're looking for Tracer. And it's much more difficult to spot the Tracer in battle assistant mode. It's much easier to go to overhead mode and then turn off all visual cues. He fires the T-34, that should be good. Yes, it was 138 hit points, and again he's moving in and out. That's not very good for replays, I'm afraid. Now they don't have control at the top of the hill yet. There's still two enemy tanks been sighted up there, T-3485M and the Leopard. We do have one of our tanks up there, a KV-2 and a T-3485M. He's looking for the enemy now. He's looking for the enemy Arty again. Now he thinks they're probably going to be in those trees, and that's probably a good bet because the enemy Arty would have spawned north of the pool. And there's a T-3485, and that guy's already got a kill on one of our team. And 188 hit points there. And he's retreating. And the T-34 that was hit earlier in the game is actually moving up to that bunch of trees. We're lining up a shot from the T-34, fires around in, and near miss. Oh, he had a fire! And he was taken out by our T-3485 with a fire. We fired around at the other one, and he's doing that movement again. You've got to stop that. If you keep doing that, I might have to stop doing your replay, sunshine. Okay, now it's aiming for the enemy, a T-3485. We've lost sight of him. Oh, he's been killed. He's taken out by our T-34. And again, he's gone back to counter battery. Now, some tanks head for the apex of that little pool, that little dip. They try to hide in the dip, and so it can be quite useful to have a look at there and just see if there's any tracer coming out of the dip. He fires at the steering wheel, gets a direct hit, 139 hit points, and there's the Fifi. He's been spotted. Dialing in, rounds out. Direct hit, 94 hit points. He's been tracked. Now we can keep him tracked and keep him there. Oh, and he's been wiped out by our T-28. There's the steering wheel. Can you get a shot on him? Lining him up. Rounds out. And he gets a hit. 131. He's up to 1.2k of damage. He's been tracked. That's steering wheel. Fires another round in and gets a hit. Oh, he's dead. I think he set fire to him. Because he went invisible, unspotted, just as he fired the round in, and then he suddenly appeared a short while later. Fires a round at the OI, gets a hit. Waiting for the reload. Fires another round in. The OI's moved. Obviously moved away from that spot. And yet again he goes into that horrible in and out movement as he's moving off. There's a clear advantage now. 4 tanks. The enemy is being cornered. Okay, there's the OI. He has moved, but not by much. We're lining up a shot. Dialed in, round out. And he has moved again. I think he's pulled back behind that bush. Round out. Yes, he did. Yep, exactly what he did. He pulled back a little bit because he knew that their RT rounds are going to come in. And he's been taken out by the KV-2. And off we go again. Now, so far in this battle, he hasn't got a single kill. but he certainly has clocked up a fair bit of damage. But a lot of damage has been unspotted as well, so as far as we can tell, he hasn't got a single kill. Oh, there's the T-3485. He's been killed. There's only 2 enemies remaining, and the Leopard's gone down. That means there's only 1 enemy remaining. It's a 40-ton, 40 TP, and he was last seen in the 1 line, right down at the bottom of the south, and he doesn't appear to have moved south because the KV-1S hasn't seen him, and he probably would have seen him by now. So I suspect he's over on the far west. Yes, he is. There he is. He's been spotted. He is in the 1 line, right at the edge of the map. We fire a round in, estimated. Oh, it's a hit. 119 hit points. Lining up another shot. Round out. Looks good. I think that probably missed, but it did look good. He's estimating now how far it might have moved in the meanwhile. Oh, there it is. He's right up against the edge of the map. He fires a round in and he moves away, but he still gets the hit. 118 hit points. And he kills our AC4 experimental. Oh, we got another hit. 88 hit points this time. Nope, missed on that shot. Everybody's closing in on that corner. We got 3 in the capping. And that's quite a wise move because it forces the enemy either to come to terms and make an assault on the cap to get a reset, or to give up and lose the game. Unfortunately, he just killed our T28 HDC. Lining up another shot. Round out. Yes, that's the kill shot. And it's his first kill of the game, surprisingly. But it wins the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Cyclonite in the 105 leFH18B2. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 14. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points for his own vehicle. He also picked up a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else, at least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other members of his team. And the High Calibre, he managed to do the most damage overall in the game. And let's have a look at the team scores. Well, we can see that he got the highest damage, 2,568 hit points of damage overall. The next highest scorer was the T-3485 on the enemy team with 2,034. Then came the T-28 Concept, who managed to get 1,725. When it came to kills, he was a long way down the table actually. The KV-2 managed to get 3 kills, so did the T-28 Concept and the KV-85. And the 40 TP on the enemy team managed to get 3. But Cyclonite came in with only 1 kill in the game. When it came to base XP, though, he was right at the top of the table, and the main reason for that was he was tier 5 and he was firing at seriously higher tier opponents. He managed to get 1,080 XP. The next highest scorer was the T-28 Concept with 989, and then the Black Prince with 816 XP. So let's have a look at detail. Well, he fired 39 rounds during that battle. He got 19 direct hits, 19 penetration, and 5 splash. Damage of 2,568 hit points, of which all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 in the enemy, 3/5 of the enemy team, and killed 1 of the enemy, and did damage assistance of 704 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 59,940 credits, and after resupply of ammunition, he still had 54,948 credits left over. He received 1,620 XP, and ×2 for the first victory of the day, plus 648 XP for being a premium vehicle, means he took away 3,888 experience points altogether. So, very good round there for Cyclonite. I think you've just got to control the way you actually handle your vehicle when it's on the move, because if you keep going in and out like that, it's going to be very disorienting for all the people who are watching the replays. and be much easier for us not to do the replays at all. I know that Jingles has a habit of going to third-person viewer if that's the case, if he actually does have to deal with a replay like that. But I can tell you it does make it very, very difficult not to avoid catching that in and out movement, and it's very disorienting, I can tell you. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.